quick 3D tutorials. Today's video is going to be about how we can create eyeball using this, shading it and rigging it in the end. So this video is going to be four parts. Part 1 is the modeling, part 2 is UVing, part 3 is shading, part 4 is rigging. Before I say which type, we have actually three types of the eyeball. The first one here, which is a normal sphere with 10 subdivision, is going to be used for the gaming, and that is the final result of it. It is very simple. You need only to add kind of this texture. We're going to make it the texture for it later. And the second one is like normal eyeball, is small, not so big. They can be used for human, and they can be also used for the cartoon. But the problem with this one, if you have like cartoony character like these, Zootopia, and they have very big eyeball, you want to see they has been pushing, but if you sync to them, they are not pushing inside. So instead, we're going to use this eyeball. This eyeball, when you're looking at it from the side, is completely round. Especially when this one is going to be very big, so you can see it is not looking great. So I can just show you this. Let's see, we're going to make this very big, like so, and pushing it. So when you're looking to this, so now you can see the eyeball is not so much round anymore. So this reason we're going to use this eyeball for the other. But the thing with this eyeball, you can actually use it to make one eyeball for all of your character. Between these is something about how many subdivision they have. This one have 14 and this one have 20. So why we need to have 20? That is because sometimes when you make it smaller or bigger, you will want to have some of the faces or loop to make this eyeball big and small. So end of the result you will get with this one is this. Here we have the big eyeball, here we have the small one, here we have the eye focus big and eye focus small. And if we looking down of them, you can see this one is round. They are not be cutting inside. The same thing with this one, same thing for this, and same thing for this. And the reason we can do this because we have a lot of faces to controlling these things. Good. You can just see the wireframe of this. So you can see sometimes we're pushing these loop very inside, and sometimes we're pushing it very or outside and inside here, so to give this control we want it to be. So let's start by this one. Is very simple to make. Just make this one sphere by 10, so that is done. The second one we're making it by 14, and you can see all the short key down of my screen. So the first thing, we're using a lot of multi-cut, so we need to find how big this one should be. So we're saying something like this. Zoom it a bit, holding control middle mouse click will make the loop between them. Same thing here, we make just 3 like so. And the last thing, we need one for the lens. So to selecting these, we can just select this first one, shift and double click, so we're getting the loop. To make this loop. To select these, I use the shift, I don't know what it's called. Here it is. You can see it in your keyboard. It is in the shift left. You have this key. So you can just select it like so. Number 3. And I'm going to scale sometime. We're going to scale this to be like so, flat if you like. But if you don't like, you can also push this a bit down, like so. And you can use the edge and double click on the edge, so you can just make it to be inside or outside or whatever effect you're looking for. So that is just the simple how we can modeling this one. This one that has been using for cartoony, and you can use it for later use, is a bit different. First of all, we need to, again we're using multicut and making tree type. If it is hard to you to make this between, press 3 so it is more space, and control middle mouse click. So here we are. And the peak of this is going to be something like so. At close this look, the R as more sharpness you want also get for the eyeball. And you can of course add more and make it more sharp. Before I make this one, we need actually have 2 loop instead of the 1, because we need to use this later for make it bigger and smaller. So this reason that is not enough for this. But before I do this, I'm going to select the faces. And scale it a bit, like maybe like something like this. And going to add this loop to it. So that is the black one, that is the color and size of it, and we have 2 loop to make it smaller and bigger. Something like this. Of course you can just add a bit more, pushing it inside outside to get the look you want to get. So that was very simple how you can modeling eyeball. And in the next video, part 2, we're going to show you how you can using these